Well, Kelly, Jason, Matt, thank you for joining our first true roundtable, or square as the case might be, conversation this morning. Wanted to have a conversation about our purpose statement. So I want to read the new purpose statement and have us all talk about it. So the new purpose statement, and I'll read it a couple times just so we can kind of let it sink in for a minute, is we exist. So that is not actually in the purpose statement, but that's the framing, right? You want to think in our minds as we look at what a purpose statement is, this is why we exist as an organization. So we exist to create possibility for team members and customers by intelligently visualizing the built world. So again, creating what we're doing, why we're here, creating possibility for our team members and customers by intelligently visualizing the built world. So same line of questioning we had for the original purpose statement, Matt, starting with you. What sticks out to you? What do you hear when you hear this new purpose statement?
So again, team first. Yep. That emphasis, that goal, that initiative to create possibility or opportunity for our team members, that's never going away. But it incorporates, what we're doing now. It incorporates, everything that we're doing with our core services, mm-hmm. concrete scanning, utility locating, leak detection, video pipe inspection, and laser scanning. And it all comes together in sitemap for visualizing and recreating this built world, whether it be facility by facility or municipality by municipality, whatever it is. We're going to recreate this and create these accurate representations for the built world.
Yeah, so, that's great. Jason, to you? It's an unfair question because you are largely the architect of the statement, so you've had a chance to think about it quite a bit.
First of all, it's easier to put on a picture because it's less words.
Yeah, the first one has many words, yes.
Yes, it's condensed down, and I think your son even said it would look nice on a glass wall.
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah. But I think it's scalable, right? So he listed off all the different services that we have. Rewind back to 2006, 2007, maybe we were considering whether to add RDs or ViveX type tools. Mm-hmm. We did, and we've added many more tools since. But if you fast forward now 5-10 years in the future, there are going to be services and different types of tools that we have that he didn't just mention. And so with the end goal of visualizing the built world, it can inform what we add in the future. It's scalable.
So it is much more concise. It does look great on a glass wall. It's going to look fantastic. For me, like that opportunities and development thing, right? That was huge for me. Again, HR words that we can grab onto. And so as I thought about why I wasn't thrilled with that statement, I realized, yes, change. We have to change. It doesn't limit us, right? Mm-hmm. Before, our purpose statement was very defined because of all of those words. It limited us, mm-hmm. right? And so you look at opportunity and development, those are very defined clinical words, mm-hmm. and you exchange those for possibilities, and it kind of swings the door wide open, mm-hmm. right? You're not limited by what's maybe presented to you. So you think of opportunities are presented to you, mm-hmm. right? But possibilities, that's pretty amazing. Those mm-hmm. are things that you can create for yourself. That a company can create for its people, for its customers. It really widens the gap, right? It really, again, just swings that door wide open.
Yeah, I love that you called attention to that aspect and that idea. And I hadn't considered, even up to this conversation, the clinical nature of those words and the idea that an opportunity is often presented, not something that is you go out and kind of build for yourself. And possibility brings a whole new world, opens up the throttle, if you will, to be able to see that very differently. So possibility was a key word, obviously, that we wanted in the statement. And we are, again, by nature of who we are in our culture, attaching possibility to our team member. But we also very strategically use that same word to define what we hope we are creating for the customer. And in the prior statement, we had sensational experience for the customer. So talk about how you see possibility for the customer as also a key part of our purpose statement.
I think many of us have walked into a facility office on a campus or in a manufacturing facility. And you can look around and you can see evidence that we can help. You see drawings rolled up in the corner. You see some plans with coffee on them on the table. You see something on the screen. You see Bob come in and he kind of knows where a water line is. And I think the possibility that exists for them is someday they can walk around with a tablet, Google glasses on, and they can see what's behind the wall, what's underneath the ground. And so we are creating a possibility for them to get organized, to be more safe. And we don't fully know what that will look like today, but we're going to work into it.
Good. Other thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'd say one of the reasons that GPRS is able to exist is because these sites that we work at have these issues. They don't have a good sense, and we go to the same sites over and over and over again because they struggle with these problems. These problems are real for them. And one of the things I like about where we're going as a company in this creation of sitemap, and we're trying to anticipate a need that the customer doesn't even totally realize they have yet. So yeah, I would say I'd liken it to Amazon, where people were pretty happy to go to the store and get what they wanted, but now you don't have to. Now you can order in your pajamas, and you don't have to put shoes on. You can just.
I didn't know I needed that in 2 days, but now I do need that in
Right.
2 days.
Actually, now I want it the same day.
Yeah, exactly.
In some cases. So, no, it's I don't want to say that we've been reactive as a company, but the possibility that we're creating is this new thing that hasn't existed yet. And we're just starting to tease this now. You see it on LinkedIn or other promotions, but we're planting these seeds that, hey, you shouldn't be satisfied with what you have because what you have, it hasn't worked. I mean, it's not sufficient for what your needs are. So we're beginning to create this demand, and I believe that when we do launch sitemap, that for the first time in company history, we're going to have this significant backlog of business that just facilities and plants and waiting to use our services to basically getting in line to get their sitemap.
Yeah, that's great. There's another key word in here that I want to grab as we kind of round out our conversation. So possibility, obviously we've talked extensively about that, but the next phrase, intelligently visualizing the built world, the word intelligently was specifically chosen. Can you, Jason, speak to why that word matters in this purpose statement specifically?
Yeah, it goes back to widening the gap. So I think about the last minivan that my wife and I had. It had this little drop-down mirror that was kind of arced. And you could kind of see into the back and see if my kid is hitting the other kid and who pinched the other one first, right? But what would be better? It would be to visualize what's in the back. And so the minivan we have now has a camera. And it's an overhead view. You can literally see what's going on in the back and see who pinched who first. And so when I think about being able to view in the back seat, there was a mirror and it was okay, but how can we do it better? And now there's a video I can see. And so I think of it the same way. For years and years and years and decades, what's been acceptable is to mark on the surface with paint, flags, things that wash away. And guess what? We get called back again and again and again for the same thing. What would be a better way to do it? Well, let's put some intelligence there and record this forever in a system people can download and share and edit, view. I hope the analogy works, but that's where intelligently works for me, I think.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, and that makes sense. And in my head, when I think of intelligently visualizing the built world, I think of Jamie and the training team and how they teach our team members how to approach every job site. It is not, you are programmatically asked to follow step 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those steps exist, but leaning in and trusting the project manager to execute an intelligent plan on the job site to achieve the customer's expectations and find the solutions that they need. this kind of has the same aroma of that mentality that I know has been built into our team and our culture. And so then, hearing you kind of articulate in that way, deeply resonates. So, all right, well, so the last question, Matt, to you. I'm going to read the purpose statement one more time, ask you this question, and we'll wrap up our time together. So, we exist to create possibility for team members and customers by intelligently visualizing the built world. Do you see GPRS as being able to substantially live up to this purpose statement?
100%. Yeah, and I think this is the next phase of the company. But I think that as we continue to grow and change, we may be sitting at this table or a different table in 10 more years, and talking about what's next for GPRS and where we're going to go from here, and we may have a new purpose statement. So, but yes, can we live up to this one? We absolutely can, and we absolutely will.
That's right. Yeah. Well, thank you all for the time and for engaging the conversation, for helping make this a really fun announcement, I think, to the company. So as to what's next with the purpose statement, if folks have been paying attention, they maybe have seen in Monroe and Silica that the purpose statement is already posted on the wall. Maybe not a glass window, as was said, but certainly posted. It's being used now in job descriptions and job offers. It's going to find its way into every facet of the organization. And so one of the ways we thought we would encourage each of the team members today was for them to write it, print it, type it, somehow get this in front of themselves in their truck or at their desk, so that they begin to really ingest, enjoy it, and really start living it out to the extent that they're able to. So we're excited for this change, excited for the possibility it brings both to GPRS and to our team members. To that end, again, thanks for the time, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again soon.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.